Count two.
What the?
Beep.
Shakespeare!
Wait.
Today we're looking at Act 2, Scene
Act 2,
5. So Act 2, Scene 5 of Romeo Juliet, where Juliet is waiting for the nurse to come back.
She's been out visiting Romeo, checking out his credentials. And now Juliet wants to know what is going on.
And she's not back yet. Why
Is it
the
taking
hell
so
is
long?
she? God damn you.
What is going on?
And she's not back yet. Why the... Juliet is awaiting the nurse's arrival.
She's very anxious.
She's really
Very anxious.
Where is she? She went out at 9 when she didn't turn up. However, let's just roll back a little bit. Roll back. Let's just think about the period that this was written in. Shakespearean period, the Elizabethan period. And Juliet is a woman.
In the play, yes.
Yes, but in Shakespeare's time, she would have been played by a he, as would the nurse, right? So if you look at this speech with that kind of context, you get all sorts of different things going on here. The idea is that maybe it's not Juliet that's necessarily doing all the talking here. Maybe it is the actor doing the talking. He seems to be talking about, dare I say, knob gags again.
Driving back shadows over lowering hills.
The shadow of his rising erection over his balls. And nimble pinion doves draw love. Pinion being penetrated, doves draw love. And that actor that's playing the nurse should have been here ages ago, but you know,
It's taken so long.
It's taken so long for them to come. There's a potential that it's such a sexually charged play, this, that I've got an erection. Not me, literally, obviously, but the actors, everybody is doing this play is like,
It's got horny.
They're all got horny, and they're all backstage having it off, and that's why I'm stood here waiting
and
for ages, and he's not turned up yet.
He can't hold on to this frustration much longer.
And if that actor had been blooming younger, he would have already cracked one off and been on stage, and I wouldn't have to talk to you lot. Anyway,
We digress.
So there's a potential that that's what's going on. Anyway, back to the character, which is, of course, Juliet. And Juliet's going, come on, nursey.
You've been 3 hours, if not more, at this point.
Where is she?
I want to know what's going on.
And then, of course, the nurse turns up with Peter.
That's all, Peter.
Promptly gets told to bugger off so that the women can have a chat. So he legs it. And Juliet says, go on then.
Tell me.
Go on. And nurse goes,
Oh.
I'm bloody knackered.
Been out all day.
Proper knackered, mate, because I'm old. I haven't come yet. Anyway, so I digress. So she says, come on, nurse, you need to tell us what's gone on.
What news? Hast thou met with him? Get rid of that, Peter, and let's talk about it. I want to know what's happening.
And the nurse says, I can't, I'm so tired.
It's time.
Oh, woe is me, I'm so hot. I'm really hot. Oh, a bit like that. Yeah. And Juliet's going, I went mental. Because all she wants to do is find out what Romeo said. And of course, the nurse is having none of it.
She was like, I am weary. Give me leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache. What a jaunt have I had.
Now, there's a sense that maybe this is why most people play the nurse as being proper old, because of this bit where she goes, oh, my bones, the pain, my lumbago, and all that kind of stuff. But actually, maybe the nurse is younger than most people play her as, and she's just taking the mickey out of Juliet by pretending to be old and weary just to wind her up, because she does it constantly. So, I'm weary, give me leave a while, my bones ache. Wouldst thou, my bones and I thy news. She's like, come on, hurry up.
What haste, can you not stay a while? Do you not see that I am out of breath? Juliet is out of breath. I'm waiting for this news.
How is the nurse out of breath when she has breath to say that she is out of breath? So it's completely. Juliet knows she's taking the piss, and the nurse knows that she's taking the piss, and so just get a little bit of comedy in there, to and fro, for basically for shits and giggles.
And then the nurse says, "Well, you've made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. You picked a right one there, Juliet, haven't you?
Proper
What
man.
are you doing,
Yeah.
you fool?"
His face is better than any man's face, yet his leg excels all men's. And for a hand and a foot and a body, though they be not talked on, yet they are past compare. Now, here's a little reference to the fact that he's not the flower of courtesy. He is not gay. And but I'll warn you, gentle as a lamb. He'll be crap in bed. He won't be a ram. He'll be a lamb.
No ram, but a lamb.
Yeah. So anyway, what does he say of marriage?
That's all she wants to know. Are we going to get married?
And then
Is
the
this
nurse
going
goes,
to happen?
"Oh, my head's killing me.
I'm so tired.
Oh,
my
crap,
back.
I've been out of town all day because you sent me. Oh, I'm tired." Juliet's like, "Come on, Jesus Christ!" What says Romeo? Well, he's like an honest gentleman, and he says some other stuff, and then he just and then, where is your mother?
And Juliet's like, what? What are you talking about, this gentleman? Where is my mother? How oddly thou replies. Your love says like an honest gentleman, where is your mother? I don't care where my mother is. I want to know what he said.
Right,
this is
look,
far more important.
Look, are you so hot, Mary? Come up. You're a jumped up cow. Look, is this a poultice for my aching bones? Oh, woe is me. Just a load of fuss over nothing. Just frickin' well tell me what Romeo says. So
the nurse gives in. She eventually gives up. She's had enough banter.
Have you leave to go to Shrift today, she says. Can you go to the church?
Can you go to church today?
Yes, I can.
Yes, I definitely can.
Right.
Go.
And get to Friar Lawrence's cell, where you've got a husband waiting to make you a wife, not just to get married. He's going to make her a wife. He's going to consummate it right there and then. If you look at our episode, we talk about how Romeo says it in no uncertain terms that she will be shrived and married. Shrived, banged, and married at the same time. And
the nurse says, now comes the wanton blood up in your cheeks. They'll be in scarlet straight.
Scarlet being the colour of whoredom. Yeah. So she's embarrassed and news about sex. Right, to hie you to church. I must another way to fetch the ladder and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, oh my goodness me. Yeah.
He's making Juliet blush over the idea of sex,
right.
So she's no longer as innocent
Moses.
as she was.
That's right, yeah. So, yeah, and so she talks about the ladder, which Romeo talks about in the previous scene. Yeah, so you got a ladder to climb up, Juliet, and give her one. Yes.
I think it's quite important to know that the nurse is sort of pushing some boundaries here. She's not Juliet's mother, and I think she's aware of that when she asks where her mother is. She's aware that actually what she's doing could potentially cause a massive rift.
Holy neck, this is mental.
She's
totally
letting this young girl go and marry their enemy. An enemy family, if you like.
And she says, of course, to fetch a ladder by the which your love must climb a bird's nest when it is dark. So what the bird's nest is a vagina. But she says, I am the drudge and toil in your delight. I've gone out and done all the hard work, but now you shall bear the burden.
You need to go and do this on your own. I think she's not willing to risk any more. I think she knows she's done enough.
And Juliet is going to have to deal with it and deal with
Suffer
quite
the
a lot
consequences.